Yo guys, welcome to the second Six Wheels show. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to support Freeboard Europe. Just got my coffee ready to talk about the latest Freeboard news. I hope you're stoked because summer is coming and many events are coming soon. Today we're gonna talk about events, best crash, shootout 2, rider interview, the blast from the past, also some product review and the special news. Right away, let's start with events. The STS Tour is going great and we had about 30 riders in the Valais for the first ever Freeboard Ladies Invite.
T'es prête pour la journée?
Prête, archi prête.
On est pas mal!
Thanks a lot for the Freeboard Ladies Invite and the VHS crew for gathering everyone for an event like this. That was absolutely dope. As usual, spots were for all levels, from the beginners to the very good riders. I think everyone had fun. And now some words from Chantal, the girl who organized this event.
So usually with riding sports, you don't see a lot of girls participating, and that's why I think it's really cool that we gathered the Freeboard ladies on the slopes alongside the guys. This time around we had around a good dozen of girls snowboarding the streets, and we all had a lot of fun together. Now personally I really enjoyed it because it was the first time ever joining a Freeboard event, and it was also the first time for me meeting with the people from this community, even the ladies, as surprising as it is might sound. So I really enjoyed challenging myself on new spots. I also enjoyed the fun around the organization and most of all the community, because everybody is coming from different walks of life, and it makes this community especially dynamic and rich. Plus, people are all very much willing to help each other out. Now, it has been a couple of years since the last event with the ladies, and we have never gathered as many female riders as during this event. So this is all very exciting to hear, and yeah, it's only the beginning, so I can't wait for next time and to see you all then.
First STS event as well in the USA, in San Francisco. This event was held by My Copy, a Freeboard legend that probably most of you know. It was last April and the guys there had fun as well. Then that's the English guys, Ben and Sonia, who enjoyed their event as well. The event took place in Bath, and we had some new riders like Sasha, who is killing it. By the way, Sasha has been documenting the event on his YouTube channel, so go check this out. Tenerife is obviously a place to be for freeboarding, and it was the case last April because 17 riders showed up to the island to ride for some days. At the time I am talking now, Galicia happened last week, and thanks Johnny and Ivan Barrera for organizing this event, and in 2 days it will be the turn for Poland and Wales. Summer events have been announced recently, so check the calendar and don't miss that. The events are for all levels, so come. Just come, there's no excuses to not come to a Freeboard event. From June the 2nd to the 5th, there is an event in New York organized by Suntorn in memory of his great friend Ivan Campana. If you have any doubt about information, feel free to reach me directly or to check the website freeboardeurope.com. All the dates are there, obviously. Let's move on to the Best Crash Award. I fucking love this. And yeah, we had great contenders. so many good crashes, so we invite you in the comment to tell us what's your favorite. Huge shout out to Sasha, a guy from the UK. I think he lives in Brighton, and he has been doing so much work on social medias, on YouTube. He's posting daily, so make sure to check his YouTube channel and follow this guy because he's doing a great job. In short, he rocks, and he's also a very good candidate for the Rookie Award for the next FRAs. Now we move on to the rider interview, and for this time in Six Wheels I decided to interview Rems, that most of you probably know. He's a great freeboard legend and he's hosting an event, massive event in France from the 14th to the 18th of July. So I wanted to give him the opportunity to talk about his event and tell us what's gonna happen.
Hi everyone, it's Rems. 15 years ago I organized the first Rems Invitational. Then it happened in many places, in Grenoble, Marseille, Paris, and this year it takes place in my hometown, Arbin. As usual, some crazy spots with good pavement, shitty pavement, sometimes too flat, sometimes too steep, but sure, you're gonna love that. This event is a power training. It's gonna improve your skills a lot. So this year is a bonus. A big party at the Logout Brewery 5. This party is for the 15th anniversary of my event, the Rems Invite. It's open to everyone, even if you are not a rider. What should you plan to bring? Camping stuff. There is a free camping place next to a lake. So it's really easy, steep spots, fun, love, everything. So waiting for you.
Now it's time for Blast from the Past. So as you may know, last April 21st was the commemoration of Sam Trowbridge, pro rider from Australia. And unfortunately he lost his life while riding a freeboard without a helmet. So in his memory I will link you in the description some more videos of Sam, but here you can see some of his best riding. Those who don't know, Sam is the main reason why freeboarders actually wear helmet now. So make sure you are riding with a helmet, because freeboarding can be dangerous and we are on the pavement. It's important to stay safe and to enjoy the asphalt in good conditions. So now it's time for product review, and for this section I reached out to the guys who were in Tenerife, and some of them rode the 5X on the steepest hill, and I wanted to know what are their thoughts about the product and how confident they felt.
Yo, what's up guys? Johnny here with my very professional statement about my experience on the 5X in Tenerife.
Wouloulou, c'est Fabien Bien. Et j'ai eu l'occasion de tester ce setup sur une étape du STS Tour 2023 qui était organisée à Tenerife par Ronay de Freeboard Europe.
Before that trip I was mostly riding my 5X on fairly wide spots, steep but wide, to get this big mountain range deep powder carving sensation.
I really like the rocker on the new Freebord 5X. It's just like you're putting new centers and brand new edge wheels on an old G2 truck. It is awesome.
Et Freebord 5X que j'ai équipé de ressorts bleus en dépit de mes 80 kg. Et en équipant ces trucks de roues neuves, on a quand même très peu de rockers. Et ça, c'était une crainte que j'avais au début sur les premiers spots engagés, c'était de faire des fautes de car. En fait, j'ai été tout de suite rassuré dès les premiers slides parce que dès qu'on se met en position de slide, le ressort se comprime très rapidement et crée énormément de rockers. Donc là, ça m'a de suite donné de la confiance pour pouvoir aborder les épingles avec sérénité, pouvoir faire des rotations avant ces épingles pour pouvoir freiner en usant de façon homogène les 4 roues, et ça permet également d'éviter les plats.
So the spots in Tenerife are a bit different, at least the spots we ride. They are most likely very narrow, very steep, and there is like lava rocks on the side, sticks and stones, so there's no safety grass. So considering that, in the beginning I wasn't feeling very confident without my rocker, because my approach to these narrow and steep spots is more like a ninja, switching edges very quickly and going from slide to slide instead of just carving down, increasing my speed until I cannot brake anymore. So to cope with that, I put some riser pads that are available on freeboardeurope.com right now. Buy stuff. So I put some riser pads under my casters to just have a little bit of rocker. They're about 3 millimeters thick, so it's not that much, but it makes a huge difference. And that little rocker just gave me the boost of confidence to switch my edges in the ninja approach style, you know, very quickly.
With blue springs on the 5X, you have way less braking power on the steep roads of Tenerife. Maybe if you like me, 200 pounds, it's not the right choice. But you can adjust a bit the braking power with the bindings, and you also can, of course, do medium springs or hard springs in, and then you will be fine.
With more confidence comes more speed. On my traditional freeboard, I hit the edge and I know the braking power is right there if I need it. I just push down hard and it's right there. On the 5X, which is very beautiful because you have this wide range, you know, you can push down really far and it gives you this powder sensation, but you don't have the braking power in the moment that you hit your edges. You need to push down a fairly far way to have full braking power. So what I did here is I put some plates under each spring. I felt right away that this little bit gave me more braking power, and it actually worked for me. So I was riding the whole trip like that, and I got more confident after each spot. So in the end, I must say the 5X is very damn great, but I will always want to ride both of my freeboards depending on the spot and my feeling at that time. That's it. See you on the next one. Bye stuff.
Peut-être qu'avec ces trucks, les slides sont un petit peu plus longs qu'avec des trucks rigides, classiques, mais je trouve qu'on a un meilleur contrôle des trajectoires, plus agréable, parce que quand on va comprimer le ressort, on va pouvoir carver dans des trajectoires où sur des trucks classiques, il était nécessaire de slider à un moment. Ça change un petit peu l'approche des courbes, et c'est vraiment pour moi l'intérêt de ces trucks. Concernant le pouvoir de freinage, il m'est arrivé à plusieurs reprises d'arriver avec un petit peu trop de vitesse à l'entrée d'une épingle. Le fait de pouvoir comprimer le ressort, ça permet de freiner finalement assez fort à la fin de la compression, mais surtout d'avoir un rayon de courbure minimal qui va vraiment nous ramener sur la route, alors que peut-être avec des trucks classiques, on aurait plutôt tendance à sortir de la route. Donc ça, c'était plutôt aussi une bonne surprise. Le principal risque qu'il pourrait y avoir, c'est sur un freinage d'urgence au moment de la compression, de partir en zipette et donc de perdre l'adhérence.
What I really like about the 5X is you can now rescue yourself from catching an edge. The worst thing ever. There's this tiny little moment before the catch is incoming and you feel it, and when you make the right balancing, you're good again.
Voilà, c'est tout pour moi. En tout cas, j'espère que ça vous a donné envie de donner une chance à ce setup et peut-être de nous rejoindre sur les prochaines dates du tour. Allez, drop in!
C'est trop génial. Merci mon pote.
For the news, you've probably seen Johnny's vlog from the tour. So he made this little vlog series from the Rise Up tour actually 2 years ago. And if you didn't see that, I recommend you to go there because there is so crazy good content. So about the news, the boards on freeboardeurope.com are almost sold out. We still have some, so if you want to get one before summer, it's time, and be fast. So for your information, Freeboard Europe committed to a new full batch of 5X. According to the production delay, we should have some more boards by the end of July, maybe August, so of course we will let you know. Other big news, I'm going with some Freeboard Europe guys on an event this weekend in Gap, and the team will be demonstrating freeboard in front of thousands of people during a big event in the mountain. I hope you guys liked this second episode of Six Wheels. It's coming back soon, obviously. See you at the end of summer events for the next episode, and maybe we meet on events during the summer. I will be at Rems Invit.
What should you expect? On recommence. What should you expect? Oh shit. Tu vas faire du montage, mon Quentin. And you're gonna also find this year good vibe. Non, ça va pas du tout ça. Tu vas te débrouiller.